This is a white iPhone 12. It looks like this phone is used by an elderly person at home. The frame has minor dents. Let's plug in the charger and try. The charging display shows only 1 watt, jumping between 1.5 watts or 2 watts. The screen shows no display at all. It seems it's exactly as the fan described. Black screen, won't turn on. Why did the phone overheat in summer? While watching short videos or playing games, and suddenly won't power on. Are phones not meant to be used in summer? We've encountered this type of failure a lot recently. I hope everyone who has a phone will watch till the end to avoid this problem from happening. Those who can see this are true fans of Big Bro. Don't forget to double tap on the screen and give me a like. You've worked hard. Thank you. We heated for 3 minutes. Lift a gap in the phone and slide around the edges. Open the screen. So, do you think this is the first time this phone has been disassembled? Let's observe carefully. The fan described having visited an official Apple store. The result given by Apple support was a problem with the logic board. The manufacturer does not repair logic boards. If you want to repair it, you can only exchange it at a high price, but then your data would be lost. Let's first remove the screen. Let me ask you a question. What phone do you have? And what phone problems do you have? Let's carefully observe the screen. There are 2 scratches on the back sticker. So, since it's a logic board not powering on, we need to first remove the logic board. Disconnect all external component connections on the logic board. Unscrew the several screws securing the logic board. For iPhone 12, pay attention to the power and volume button flex cables are under this sticker. Then we can remove the logic board. Remove the logic board. Let's first connect it to a power supply to test. The logic board doesn't look like it has been repaired before. Connecting to the power supply directly shows a short circuit condition. At this point, surely some fans will say, is it a shorted capacitor? Well, that's not necessarily true. Let's observe it under the thermal imager. The surface of the logic board doesn't show obvious signs of heating. The iPhone 12 also has a stacked logic board. We need to remove the stickers and foam on the board to separate the upper and lower layers. We place the logic board on the heating plate. Then use hot air to assist in heating the solder points between the layers until they melt. We quickly separate the upper and lower layers. After separation, let's observe. The upper layer mainly contains the CPU, storage, audio. The lower layer mainly contains the Wi-Fi, baseband, signal parts. To determine if it's an upper layer or lower layer problem, we test the upper layer alone with the power supply. Placing it under the thermal imager, let's observe carefully. The upper layer is still in a short circuit state. It shows the charging IC is heating up severely. So we place the upper layer in a fixture to protect the area around the charging IC, heat, and remove this damaged charging IC. This charging IC is not only responsible for charging but also for the main power supply of the logic board. That means power from the battery passes through it and is then converted to the main supply for various chips. So if it's damaged, the phone cannot power on. Remove the chip, re-level the solder pads, then clean it. Take out a new charging IC. We apply new solder balls to the new IC. Then apply a small amount of flux to the solder pads. Install this charging IC and heat it until we see a repositioning action. When you touch it and it has a springy effect, it's installed. After installation, let's test the single upper layer board for powering on. We find the board still cannot power on. The current settles around 100 plus milliamps. Strange. Could there still be a problem? Let's connect the single upper layer to the dock connector, then connect to power, then connect the phone's logic board to the computer. We find it directly goes into recovery mode. We exit recovery mode. Find it goes into recovery mode again. Looks like we can only install the system, but the fan doesn't know the Apple ID account password and wants to keep the data. So we decide to first join the upper and lower layers. Then preserve data and install the system to test. First, apply flux to the lower layer and smooth out the solder points. Clean the lower layer solder points. Then use the same method to smooth out the upper layer solder points. Clean the upper layer solder points as well. Then place the lower layer in the solder ball planting station. Apply new solder balls to the lower layer solder points. These points are crucial for connecting the upper and lower layers. The layers are connected through these points. After planting the solder balls, we heat them to melt each point. Clean the lower layer again. Then we join the upper and lower layers. Apply flux to the lower layer solder pads. Apply a small amount of thermal paste on the A14 CPU of the upper layer and spread it flat. Then heat and join the upper and lower layers. Similarly, after all solder points melt, when we touch the upper layer, it will have a spring-back effect. Okay, at this point, they are joined. We quickly cool down the layers. Then clean the logic board. Let's do a simple assembly. First, preserve data and install the system to test. We install the screen and connect to the computer. At this point, we click to install the system here. There is an option to preserve user data. Then we click start installing the system. It gets stuck at 11% for a long time and won't pass. Try again. It occasionally gets stuck at 18%. Won't go through. Strange. Could there still be a problem? Helpless. We try multiple times. All stuck at 18%. Based on our past experience, a damaged battery or a battery with no power can also cause this. So we don't use the fan's battery but use the power supply to install the system and test. Okay, successfully passed 18%, reached 20%, indicates the fan's battery has no power or is damaged, causing the system installation to fail. Okay, data preservation and system installation successful. We take out the logic board to measure the battery. We find the battery only has about 3 volts. Normally, it must be above 4 volts. Let's activate the battery and test. Use the power supply to activate the battery. Find the battery doesn't take charge, and it only shows 100 plus milliamps, then returns to 0, jumps back and forth like this. So it's confirmed the battery is also damaged. Let's remove the battery, normally at around 3 volts. When we charge it, there should be a few hundred milliamps and it wouldn't return to 0, so further confirms the battery is damaged. We apply new stickers and foam to the logic board, then install the logic board. Take out an original battery and install it for the fan. So why did just watching videos cause so many faults? Everyone knows the weather is getting hotter and hotter. Apple's official website also notes that battery damage under heating conditions is irreversible. Also, in our actual repairs, after the logic board overheats, damaged capacitors and chips are very common. So ultimately, it's our phone's heating problem. At this time, if we play games or watch videos while charging, the phone gets hotter and hotter. Plus, some older models naturally have aging issues, so this type of failure occurs. In summer, we hide in air-conditioned rooms and don't want to go out. The phone doesn't have air conditioning to cool it down, so I suggest everyone get a small phone cooler. Also, don't play while charging, especially when the temperature is high in summer. Try to play after it's fully charged. Finally, we remove the protective sticker from the waterproof adhesive. Remove the protective sticker from the Face ID module. Close the screen, tighten the bottom screws. After replacing any original accessory, screen, battery, rear camera, Face ID module, you need to press the volume up and down buttons and insert the charger to enter the repair configuration diagnostic program. Then, we go to the diagnostic tool on the computer. Directly click System Configuration. At this point, the phone starts system configuration with Apple's servers. It will complete the configuration for this battery. Then it will prompt Sweet Success. We take out the original sealing mold. Place the phone in the tray, then put it into the sealing mold to seal the phone. The original sealing time is only 30 seconds. We recommend 3 to 5 minutes. After sealing, we take out the tray and phone. At this point, we use this data cable that can show charging wattage, power on the phone, after booting. There are no battery-related pop-ups. Let's first check. Wi-Fi can be turned on normally. Check battery health. Battery health is currently 100%. No pop-up. The repair case can be checked on the official website. Go to About This iPhone. It's a 64GB Chinese version iPhone 12, 64GB. For an elderly person, it's enough. In parts and service history, it shows the battery as a genuine Apple part. Scroll down, baseband firmware is present, indicating the baseband and Wi-Fi are normal. Baseband works, indicating the lower layer was joined perfectly. Go to *#06 dial screen. The IMEI number pops up. Grateful and thankful for every fan's support for Big Bro. If you like Big Bro, leave a comment and double tap. If you haven't followed, please follow.